with the document because I'm a filthy whore woman.
I mean, sometimes it'd be like that, so it's all good. But it looks like the button worked correctly. So welcome to the ADLR Podcast episode. Who knows? I think it's 153, but I'm tired of. I'm stopping the numbering. I think I said this before, so just in case we need to shoot out of order. And here I go putting the number on. So there goes that. This has to be 153 now.
Oh, you mean saying it on the episode?
Yeah. That way, if we ever, get to a point where we need to record like multiple because vacations or something, when we make it to the billionaires status and we're gonna make money moves, but not like the money moves, so that's that. I mean, we're a little short staffed today, but we're here. By we, I mean myself and Anthony here hosting the show. We got Randall here coming hot off of some Tekken training. Randall, you just say something now.
Oh, my fault. What am I supposed to say?
Just hi, hello, welcome. And we got Brian hot off of some Skullgirls.
I didn't play
training.
But I was watching it. I was training with my eyes. I was watching the Kill Stage. Shout out the Kill Stage.
That's still training in a bit because he's in the tourney as well, right?
He's in my pool.
There you go. Then make sure you let him know who the real Skullgirls fan is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want him to do like perfect at each round. That sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Cool. So are the brackets finalized for both you for Skullgirls and Tekken now?
I think so.
Okay. So how you guys feeling for your pool / brackets? I mean, I saw Randall's already. So Brian, we'll get to Randall's afterwards. Oh shit!
What did you just say to me?
Like your brackets, what you finalize your pools. Like, what do you? The surrounding people, like, are you feeling comfortable? Obviously, the Kill Stage is in it, so
I didn't look at anyone else's name besides the Kill Stage. Whatever happens when a Squiggly and Cerebella, either I swing them to death or they swing me to death, and then I watch the rest.
Do you have backup setups? Like, okay, this isn't working. I'm gonna. Oh, yeah, you're just sticking with that. That's gonna be your team.
Cerebella. Maybe I'll switch an assist if I don't need what I have, but besides that, that's what I'm sticking with.
Oh, okay, shit. And Randall, you're sticking with Kazuya, so we're good no matter what happens. All right.
Yeah, after the tournament, when I'll put more time into Peacock to relearn her. And
it's been
the
a while?
announcement from the tournament when I came back to the game again, I played. I was like, this feels weird. And then I've only been playing Squiggly and Cerebella, and then Annie when she was playable. At the end of the tournament, they put a trailer out saying that Umbrella is going to be entering Alpha stage, playable Alpha soon. So that's right after Eva. I'll be playing her and or learning Peacock.
That's pretty cool. You thinking you're gonna add Umbrella as your third, or are you just gonna swap or just try her to see what's going on?
But it all depends on how she works. I'm not. When she was announced, I wasn't the most excited. That's not one I wanted, but anything added to Skullgirls is something I want, so I support her wholeheartedly.
That's fair.
That's a little Goku.
Right. Unless he hasn't been added yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for some reason, he's not in the game, and then he gets added. I'm like, okay, that's cool. One's fine. So, Randall, I mean, we're a couple days out here for your Evo, premiere showcase here. Feeling a little more comfortable now that you've been playing over and over and over again?
It's weird how some things are coming together, but I don't know how much I can rely on them. Like the down for 2 electric combo that I was telling you about.
Okay.
I just started getting it consistently, sort of consistently in practice, but I haven't really executed it during a match. The match that I was just playing, I had 2 times where I could have did it and I didn't pull it off.
As in, maybe latency ate your input, or you just missed the opportunity?
I don't think it's latency. I just think that I messed up. I did it too early. I tried to do it too early.
Okay.
Because I'm so anxious. It's weird the way my brain works, man. It's like, okay, now I'm like, oh man, now I can almost consistently do this move, and if I do this move, it's an automatic 97% damage.
Oof.
So instead of just playing like I normally play,
You're hunting for that opportunity.
I'm hunting for that opportunity, which caused me to lose. Like, ultimately, I ended up winning the match, but I lost like 2 rounds because of that, because I was trying to force it. The thing is, it's like the move is, you don't have much. You have to. It makes you have to be really aware of what you're doing as far as like what kind of moves you're dishing out. Because if I want to capitalize on it and that counter hits, I gotta be ready to do the electric at the perfect time, or it's an opportunity to miss. And then it's also risky because it's a potential combo that I could have did another combo rather than trying to do that combo. A more safe combo that I know that will get the damage that I want. Well, not the damage that I want, but it would give me like 72 damage. Well, yeah, like 72 damage.
That's percent? Like 72% damage?
I don't know if it's percent. They never say percent. They just give it a number. Like,
Okay. And everybody has different health amounts, right? Or no?
That's a good question. I
think it's the same.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think everybody's the same.
You know, a wise man once told me, do you know what KISS stands for, Randall?
I think he does.
Yeah, I know what it does, but I don't never really apply that, especially when I'm trying to evolve.
If you're trying to get far, if you're trying to get success, going for the thing you drop every time.
Well, I'm not going to go for it every time, but I mean, like, obviously during a actual match in Evo, if I have between now and then, if I have not been able to do it consistently in a match, then the only time I will try to do that move if I'm up. Like if I'm up around.
Like you got to buffer around just to mess around.
If I'm up around and I'm up and I'm winning the fight.
Right.
I'm not going to try it if I'm down.
Right.
Even if I am up a match.
Yeah.
Like I got one match and we're on the second match. But let's say I'm losing that round, I'm not going to try it.
Yeah.
But if I'm up a match and I'm up on the fight, I'll try it.
So when you have some breathing room, basically. That makes sense. That when you have enough, you basically get to spread your wings there.
But I'm hoping that because the reward is it's half their health if I pull it off.
Yeah, which will be great. One, it can either get them shook as shit, or they'll start playing. I guess shook. Yeah, they'll start playing more defensive. They might scare them. So
yeah,
it depends on the player. If it's me, I'm just gonna keep running at you. I really don't care about my holding back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna push buttons, Randall. That's why I lose.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I got 3 things I need to work on that I need to get polished between now and Friday.
Which is what?
That, wave dashing to while standing 2, which is really hard because
uppercut?
No, that's easy.
What's 2?
While standing 2 is it's an automatic crumble hit. Like it is a neat counter. Like it's just a hit that causes crumble.
But the one that's like this.
Brian, he can't see you, homie. Sorry.
Oh.
There you go. Now you can see you. I just had the document for you. This,
and then it makes them fall.
Yeah. You can only do that. You can only do that move while standing. But if you do it out of a wave dash, you can make it come out. But the execution is insanely difficult. That and technically 4. So it's the counter hit into the electric, wave dashing into while standing 2, back dashing. I can back dash, but I still feel like I need to polish that. And the other thing is breaking throws.
Oh, you gotta master that.
That out of the 4 things on my list, I feel like that is the one thing that I'm probably not going to get
Mastered by then.
Yeah, no, that I don't even understand how the top players are able to see the animation. Like, unless you're looking for it, like because I used to get hit with lows a lot. But now when I'm fighting people, I'm always looking for a low. So either most of the time I either block it or parry it. But it's so much junk because it's like you gotta block the attacks and then you gotta watch for the lows and then you gotta watch if they try to grab you. Then you gotta figure out which arm is higher so you know which button to press to break the throw.
Then these guys are scanning that shit frame by frame, my dude.
You know if there's an option select?
I don't know what he said. What did he say?
Do you know if there's an option select?
Option select?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
For the grab?
Yeah. Do you know what an option select is, Randall?
No.
So it's basically... Let me see how to explain it. So...
Oh, you mean like you have to hit the right button at the right time or else you can't go back and try to hit the right button?
No. So in Street Fighter 4, there was throw OS. Option select, they say OS. Where on wake up, if you press a certain input, the game will auto correct itself. So if they try to go for a throw, it'll tech. If they don't, it'll go for a jab instead. So it's like a string of inputs that picks the better option for you depending on what happens. Is there like an option select for throws in this?
That's a good question. I don't.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna send it out to our.
You can't even spam throwing. It's like it's strategically put in there. It's like somewhere in the middle because like it's not even all the times. It's not like hitting behind a flurry of attacks. It's like you might be attacking and he might duck that junk and then grab you, or he might sidestep and then grab you. And I don't think you can. I don't think you can break side grabs, which is another problem.
Did you look that up?
I knew you can't.
Oh, okay.
You can't break side grabs and you can't break back grabs. You can only break grabs coming from the front.
Which makes sense, I guess, because the side ones are weird. They should be able to do that because even if you come at me from the side, I can like hit you like, technically. I don't know. That's weird. Well, I mean, best of luck to both of you. We'll come back next week to see what happened to y'all.
We should do an incentive for Randall. Since Randall said he wants to get out of pool at least. If you don't get out of your pools, how often do you play per day? How many hours?
I mean, he's been playing almost every day. We can hear it coming out of his room.
But if you were to give me a ballpark number, how many hours per day?
Anywhere between 10 and 11 hours.
Did he just leave?
I guess that wasn't enough.
That wasn't enough. He's gonna go. He's canceling your subscription to Tekken.
10 or 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm up to like 2, 3 in the morning, maybe 4 playing.
Maybe this should be your help you strive to get better. If you don't get out of pools, you have to stream that many hours a week. If you do, you'll never hear me ask you to stream ever again.
I need something better than that.
Oh, oof. Well,
all right.
You dig your own grave.
He doesn't have a sub button because he doesn't stream.
Yeah. Can't put money on the table.
I mean,
okay. If you make it out of pools, I will buy your first 10 shirts available for your store.
There you go, Randall. That's a lot of cash coming in.
Okay, so no, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
Well, here you go. You don't have that money, broke bitch.
No, I was gonna say that. I was like, I would think you would eventually buy 10 of my shirts somewhere along the lines if you're supporting my clothing line. Or if you see something that you like. I don't want you to blindly buy something just because.
It's not blindly. It's through.
If you're buying 10 shirts,
he can resell it for more.
So he's gonna turn into a scalper.
Yeah, he's gonna be a scalper. Like, I got the first draft Z5s here. Get it while it's
I got the,
hot.
I got the ass plays N5 shirts.
Yeah.
The issue with that whole dilemma is like, I have no control. I mean, I have control over how I play, but there's so many other factors, like you mentioned. Like there's internet, so it might be some sort of lag.
That's to me your only fight right now. It's latency.
But I hear that, no. But if you were to accept this, you'd be like, oh, I got to make sure that is the
But
only
you have
things
no
that
one
can make
can,
me lose are the variables.
no one can ensure a deal like that, man. It's like
Oh, yeah? If I offer that to
you
Sonic
can't
Fox,
guarantee that you're gonna beat somebody. You know what I mean?
Randall, I don't know who you're talking to, but if I made that deal, I'm winning, right? If I'm making a bet with you, Randall, that means I know I'm winning. I don't make bets where I'm gonna lose.
It's too many variables, man. Like junk can go wrong real quick. And Tekken is one of those games where it's like you can be up like a whole round, and the dude gets rage, and next thing you know, you're fighting for your life, trying not to lose.
Look, Randall, if you can't bet on yourself, then how are we supposed to cheer for you if we can't bet on you either?
That wasn't English.
I'm just trying to, like I said,
English.
I'm just trying to have fun.
Don't fall back to that.
I'm trying to have fun, but my fun is contingent on me going far.
I get it, but I just want to have fun does not connect with I'm up till 3 a.m. playing this. If you just
Well, I
wanted
mean,
to have fun, you would have.
I would be up that late regardless.
Yeah, but you weren't playing Tekken before.
What do you mean? I was always playing Tekken, not as much as I am now.
Okay, that's my point. So if it's just I want to have fun, you wouldn't be doing this. Because you could just be having fun by not doing this.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm putting in the work, but at the end of the day, like, I can't assume that I'm gonna do anything. Like, I have to have in the back of my mind, I have to be prepared to realize that I might get knocked out my first 2 matches. So, I don't think that all that time that I've been working is for nothing. I feel like even if that happens, let's say that happens, I would still feel like I've grown a lot more as a player in this short amount of time than I have in a while. So
Okay.
at least I can. And I mean, there are other tournaments that I could participate in if I wanted to.
This can get your feet wet.
Yeah.
It might give you like like an excitement or something on like while you're doing it.
Adrenaline rush?
You're like adrenaline rush. And you're like, I want to chase this thrill.
Because I was watching, what was it, PlayStation, North America PlayStation Tekken tournament. And I think it was Ryan Hart that was saying, like, it's a big deal to be in top 8 because I don't know how true this is, but I guess what he was trying to say, like, it's so difficult to get back to top 8. So, like, if you're in top 8 and you're somebody, like, no one knows, then he kept saying over, he's like, this is never going to happen again.
Yeah.
So, if you get to top 8, you need to take advantage because it's never going to happen again. I was like, well.
I mean, that's the opportunity we're talking about here. Evo 2021 online this weekend. What's the lineup again? Skullgirls, Tekken, Street Fighter, obviously. What else is being played?
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Strive.
I'm surprised that he's not participating in that too.
I don't have a PlayStation.
It's only for the PlayStation one.
Oh.
Not PC.
Wait.
He has a PlayStation. He doesn't have the PlayStation copy. He has it on PC. So yeah. So it's good. What else? That's those 4 games? Or
I think MK11. Smash will never be online.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Why did I ask that?
They do their own bullshit because no one wants to host that atrocity.
That makes sense.
Let me see. I feel like I'm missing. I think I said MK, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's a pretty decent lineup. There's no Blaze Blue?
So it's Street Fighter 5. No, that's Sony does their own Blaze BB tag league. It's Street Fighter 5, MK11, Tekken 7, Strive, and Skullgirls.
Okay. No Rising Thunder? Okay. I guess not.
If only.
If there was, would you have entered?
I mean, it depends. I really like that game, so if it was still being supported, I probably would have still played it.
They still have a Discord. You can download the
Community
source
edition.
version.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I downloaded it and loaded it up. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's a community edition.
I was
So
the
I'm
most
like,
watched streamer for Rising Thunder
there you go.
at the time.
Bring it back.
No,
I still have
did.
not seen that game.
What happened?
I said I still haven't seen that game. I just know about it from how y'all talk about it. I've never visually.
I'm pretty sure I streamed it or recorded. Let me go check real quick on my channel. I'm pretty sure I have footage of me playing. There has to be. There's no way that game came out and I didn't record it. But anywho,
Did you delete some of your stuff? Because I saw you didn't. I couldn't find the Transformers Devastation gameplay. I think you recorded it.
no, I didn't delete anything from my YouTube channel. So that should definitely be there. Rising Thunder. Yeah, I have 2 videos of me playing Rising Thunder. About a half hour each. And I think it was just me going online playing people. And I can tell by the thumbnail how old this was. 2015. August 20th, 2015 and September 2nd, 2015.
I wonder if I'm there with you.
You can check. Not the second, obviously. Oh, you can because you're not streaming this, so it's not going to be on the thing. But I can check afterwards. But maybe it was one of those weekends where you came over to my apartment and we just played Rising Thunder. But definitely, this is why I like this. This is a main reason why I have my channel. It's just archiving my gaming life, right?
It doesn't even sound like you.
It doesn't even. Oh, you're playing it? I didn't steal the video, Brian. It's me. And keep in mind, Brian, that was a different setup with a different I think the mic was the same, but remember I had that white what is it, the icicle interface? I still have that laying around here somewhere. Are you there, Brian? Or are you?
What year did you start streaming?
I'd have to check what my oldest video is, right? Let me see if I can actually check that from here. First page. I can't do last page on this. Let me do 50. I apparently have 130 videos, right? Like, so I don't know what. No, I think I have more than that. I don't know why it's doing this. Of about 150, yeah. I'd have to go by date. Oh, duh, Anthony, I can just do it by like this. Ooh.
First match you fight, you getting zoned.
The first, what?
First game is against a shell with those fireballs. You're just getting zoned.
I'm just getting. Yeah.
You ran to a few of them and you go, all right.
My first video, oh my, is when we all played PT. September 7th, 2014. I think it was a bunch of the crew was at my apartment when we were playing PT. And we were just saying the dumbest shit. And then Valiant Hearts was the first series I did, which was the side-scrolling, like hand-drawn World War One game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wolfenstein was my next game. There's Smash Bros on there, the Wii U one. Then the Mortal Kombat X tournament we had, the round robin, was next. Then more Smash Bros and more Wolfenstein. And then I started my Hotline Miami fucking playthrough, which I think is by far my best playthrough of my channel. Is just that me dying 100 times in like 2 seconds. That's how fast I did that shit. Anyway. Then Shovel Knight I started. Heroes of the Storm. I guess I recorded me playing Heroes of the Storm. That's weird. My Shovel Knight playthrough started. GTA Online for a little bit. My Oceanhorn gameplay. Then Batman Arkham Knight. Street Fighter 4. You're probably in that one. Because I remember playing Street Fighter 4. It would be me and Brian just playing online. Like the Gutex show that they were doing. That we tried to do the same thing, but...
Excellent Adventures.
The Excellent Adventures, yeah. Enslaved, yeah, Odysseys of the West. These are all classics right here. You know what I'm saying? All of them are great, but...
You said 150 videos?
More than that.
Jeez.
I have more than that. Oh my god. And then I started the longest fucking, I think, playthrough in my channel. This is Phantom Pain.
You know what would be funny if someone was like, "We want to see a highlight of your gaming career," which means you have to go through all these videos and pick the best moments.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'm like, here's my channel. You can dig through it, my guy. I'm not even fucking digging through that. All right, this is basically my this is my history right here. Oh, and that's when I changed to doing different thumbnails because before it was just the same layout, and then I did it per game. We're out here. Anywho. And then in the Street Fighter 5, we did our first one in 2015. Shoot. Anywho.
I think it's just you for Street Fighter 4.
Oh, it was? That was weird. Yeah, you hit ++ under next to Snoh, Aalegra, Brian. So I don't know if that means get to this real quick or.
That's me muting and unmuting. That's my button.
Oh, I see. But that, now that we went through nostalgia road there, yeah, Rising Thunder would have been great. That game was fun. Mostly because I was able to play a grappler without having to do some crazy ass fucking inputs. And I put the money on the table, Randall. Not all the matches, but for some matches I put the money on the table. I'm like, oh, you're gonna jump at me? I'm Dio. All right, I'm just gonna fucking grab. I'm gonna base hit you with the world and then grab you out of the air.
So it sounds like the way you played this game is the same way you played Primal Rage.
I don't think I've ever played Primal Rage. How do you play Primal Rage?
The special moves were button combinations.
Well, this was not just a button.
Oh,
like
okay.
you had your normals, and then any like special attack was assigned to a button.
That's kind of how it was with Primal Rage.
It was nice. It was very accessible for people like me who are like, I want to do that cool ass move, but I don't have to like put some hieroglyphics in there.
There's still a lot of depth to the game too.
Yeah. It was just cooldowns, I think, for the most part. It was good.
There were cooldowns?
Like you can't just, was it cooldowns? Like on hit, it would be a cooldown. So like if I'm doing like my put the money on the table guy, he has like an anti-air grab. I can like spam that, but on hit, if I grabbed you, it'll take some time before you can do it again.
I think it was if you whiffed it as well. If you went for it.
Oh really? I thought it was on hit.
And some moves, so like the shell, which is like Chun-Li with a fireball, like Chun-Li Ryu combined. If you blocked or she healed your fireball, it would recover immediately. If it whiffed, it took longer.
Oh.
Things like that. But then there's mechanics that you'd choose either alpha something or beta whatever. And the alpha one, essentially, you'd hit someone, and then it's like an FADC from Street Fighter 4. And when you activate it, it reset your cooldowns. And the opposite was a defensive tool, which is kind of like combo breakers or whatever. Or someone's beating your ass and you put this input, it's like, get the fuck off, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you chose which one you wanted.
It was a cool one. So we'll see what happens. With let's see what Riot does with that engine anyway. All of those things. Anyway. That was our fighting game Fury Minute. Probably don't squint. Like it wasn't the most fire fucking thing you ever heard, alright? Oh shit. Randall. Speaking of fire. Sometimes you can get jolted with enough electricity, you get set on fire. So tell me about Jolt. Ooh, what do you mean? Did you
I can't remember the lady's name, the main character.
Beckinsale?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the actress. What's the character name? Lindy.
Yeah. Lindy has a problem. An anger problem.
Oh, okay. Like diagnosed or my boy Bobby Cannavale's in it. Let's go.
Like it was diagnosed. And it got diagnosed. She was diagnosed with I forget what they named it, but it was some sort of severe anger problem, and they tried treating it, but it seemed like it was one of those situations where every time they would try to like treat it, the people that were treating her weren't really taking it that serious, it seems like.
Okay.
So it got to the point where she even got enlisted in the army. She ended up beating up her drill sergeant.
What the heck?
So her issue is that You know how like sometimes people do irritating things in front of you, but most human beings have the ability to either walk away or just ignore it
Or shrug it off. Yeah, like, oh, okay,
yeah. But I'm talking about stuff that they do that's like that really gets under your skin. It's not necessarily done to you, but it's just the fact that they're doing it in your presence, like you see it. I don't know. Just think of anything.
Like, for example, like chalk on the board.
So that bothers you?
Like, oh my God! Thank God we moved to markers because I could not.
All right, so imagine.
I'm like, yo, and then I picture like the chalk getting under your nails, and I'm like, ah.
All right, so imagine somebody in front of you. You're in the room, and then somebody's drawing an entire mural.
With that on, I'm like, yo, I gotta call me when it's done, bro. Like, I'm gonna leave the room.
So like, instead of her leaving, she would probably take the person and slam his head up against the chalkboard and then make him swallow the chalk.
Oh shit!
So it got to the point where like she doesn't really have a social life. She just goes to
herself.
Work and
Keeps to herself.
Yeah, she has to. But I forget the guy's name. He's like a psychologist professor. Like he works on different type of breakthroughs when it comes to human behavior.
Dr. Ivan Munchin.
Yeah.
Played by Stanley Tucci.
He made this device that she wears all the time, which is henceforth the name Jolt, because it gives her a shot of electricity that calms her down when she starts to get these moves.
Okay.
That's how strong they are, that she needs to get hit with electricity.
It's like the opposite of crank, my guy. Like,
that's what I was exactly what I was thinking.
Like crank is like you got to keep your heart rate up. You got to be like an animal. This is like you're an animal. You need to relax.
Yeah, well, it's like it's not that she's an animal, because she's actually, when she doesn't get upset or when people don't do things that irritate her, she's actually pretty normal.
Okay.
And really nice.
Okay.
Like she's not like a mean person or whatever. But so she wears the device, and it's like these like different plugs or whatever that go on her skin, and then they have wires or whatever, and she constantly has like this remote in her hand that she presses whenever she starts to feel like she's getting to that point. Well, of course the human body adapts. So
yep. It'll take more jolts to get her. Yeah. Okay.
He had to make it stronger. But she met somebody who changed her life in a way, emotionally and mentally, because normally her situation repels people.
Yeah.
But this guy, you know, he was one of those dudes who was really nice, and he was able to convey to her that, you know, I understand your situation, but I'm really into you, and it doesn't, regardless of whatever your issue might be, because he actually ends up seeing the device that she's wearing while they're in the middle of getting busy.
You know, getting intimate.
Getting crunk.
Yeah.
Or that too.
And she was expecting him to have like this huge like response or whatever, like, but he was like, it doesn't matter, you know. It's
You're in the way of my lovemaking, so stop talking about it and let's continue lovemaking.
Get crunk.
Or getting crunk, sorry.
So he ends up getting killed, and that's what the rest of the movie is about. The movie is about her trying to find out who killed him and why.
Okay.
And
so then what's the pacing here? Because it's not like, okay, so you have like the beginning part of like them telling you what type of person she is, and then she meets the dude, and then revenge story. So like what?
It's the pacing is pretty quick as far as what the plot is, but after that it's just kind of normal. She has military background because of her anger, so she went through all these training to try to like figure out how to like calm herself down. Like she tried yoga, she tried Zen, she tried everything. So she ends up having like this laundry list of skills.
Like jujitsu?
I don't think she knows jujitsu, but she knows some forms of martial arts.
Okay, that's
mostly
fair.
Military type stuff.
Okay, so the standard like CQC grabs, takedowns.
Yeah, and she knows how to use weapons and stuff.
Revolvers.
But the thing about it is, the movie still stays grounded, because it's not like your typical movie where it's like, oh, this person used to be in the military, so that means that now she has like an arsenal of weapons. No, she's just a regular civilian who has that background. So she doesn't have like a secret room with a whole bunch of guns and stuff like that. She just lives a regular life trying to deal with her issues.
Right.
So when she goes to deal with people or she gets angry, she uses like
whatever's around. She enables Jackie Chan mode, and that's like, yo, this whip, you're dead.
It's Jackie Chan usually does moves to like get people off him.
Yeah, he doesn't. She's
like trying to seriously end you.
Okay, she's trying to like legitimately do damage to you. Jackie Chan is like, let me make you look stupid. That's what Jackie Chan's think.
And she goes through these moves.
Yeah, you don't want to trouble.
She goes through these moves where like she a situation that's irritating her will like happen, and then they will play it out like it happened. And the whole time you thought it did happen, so it's like that. She just bodied this person, but then you find out it was all in her head, and she was just like playing out in her head where her anger was making her feel. And she hits the Jolt button and she calms down, and then she, exits the scene. But then the person says one last thing that pushes her over, and then everything you just saw
happens.
No, the worst side of that happens.
Oh,
so it's like compounded. It's not like what you saw. It's like worse than what you saw.
Oh, okay. So it's like, here's an appetizer.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with some. Is it like gory? Like decapitation?
No, it's not gory. It's not anything like that. It's just more like, like slamming somebody's head up against a concrete wall. Or, I don't know. It's just more like, more stuff like hitting people with things, heavy things.
Oh, okay. But they don't show it like the head smashing into like.
I mean, you see like the person's nose is like bleeding profusely, but you don't see like. Nobody's brains is hanging out of their head.
That's what I was asking. Like, do they like smash heads? Like bones start coming out? Like,
nah.
Okay, so it's okay. So it's tame in terms of like how much good.
I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like they do a good job of making you kind of like how you felt with what is his
name? What movie?
From Game of Thrones. I can never remember his name.
From Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the one that had the dude on the cross. I mean, not the cross, the X.
Oh,
Ramsey.
Yeah. Ramsey.
Kind of like how whenever he's in the scene, you're like kind of like fearful of whoever he's around.
Yeah.
Something's going to... It's kind of like that situation is like, I hope she doesn't hurt somebody because at any moment she can snap.
Yeah, because something can bother her in some way. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, I mean, guess I don't have. I mean, how's the fight, the actual like the violence, the fights? Is it choreographed pretty well? Is it a lot of cuts?
There's a lot of cuts.
It's a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
But is it like to the point where I'm like, okay, this is like, what the hell am I looking at?
On Flux level, or
I don't think I've ever saw that movie.
I mean,
you're talking about with Charlize?
Yeah, you don't need to watch that movie, but it's.
I wanted to see it, but I don't know why I never did.
I mean, I don't think that'll cost you now is time, but I think you can spend that time elsewhere. To be honest,
the action wasn't all that impressive. I mean, like there were parts where it was like, oh my goodness, like, oof, that looked like it hurt, but nothing like impressive in terms of skill.
Gotcha. It's not Tony Jaa we're looking at here. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
She wouldn't survive a Mortal Kombat tournament.
I think she would.
Okay.
But I mean, if she's going against another human who doesn't know any powers, if it's just like straight up
a 1v1, no magic bullshit,
then
so she can beat Stryker then.
Yeah, pretty much. And Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage's powers.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
he get those projectiles and he has to
what the hell?
Kick or whatever.
Yeah. What the hell was I thinking? I thought Johnny Cage was just straight human. My fault.
Oh, he's human. He just
without powers is what I meant. Like just strictly.
He's got the glow.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's lit.
I don't know if I recommend it or not.
That's gonna be my next question. Actually.
I can't.
Like, I don't know. Sitting down. How long was the movie? Let me go look it up.
Hour and a half.
That's not bad. An hour and a half. A small little action flick. No.
Would I recommend this movie?
I don't know, Randall. Would you recommend this movie? Would that be something you would do? Like you're like, hey man, I heard a Jolt. Have you seen this? I might think of watching this.
Was it nice visually with the soundtrack? Just songs people know that are fast paced because someone's beating the shit out of someone? Or?
I don't even remember the soundtrack.
Cinematography, like was it like Gunpowder, where it's like pretty? Super contrast, neons, like the silhouette shots. Something.
There were some shots that were kind of like neonish, high contrast. It's not like I know what you're getting at. You talking about like the atomic blind, driven type stuff.
No, Drive.
Drive. I don't know why I said drive.
You were closer. You were closer with Drivers.
Yeah. Drive type stuff. Nothing that stands out as much as those shots do. But, it wasn't bad.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like it's not a recommendation, but not because it's bad.
Know what? Sure, watch it. You're not when you watch it though. If I know you guys, you're gonna be like,
it's gonna be fine.
I know Brian's gonna find like 10 things that's wrong with the movie.
But if it's fine, it's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with being fine.
And you're gonna your response is gonna be like,
it was fine. Yeah, that's probably gonna be my response, which is okay. Gunpowder Milkshake for me was fine.
I started to watch it.
I thought it was okay. It was entertaining. It entertained me for the majority of the movie. There was some. We're not gonna talk about Gunpowder anymore, but that's that. Oh damn, Brian's bored. Shit. Let's move on to something else then, real quick. Chernobyl. Let's move to Chernobyl, guys. What do you guys think about radiation?
I heard that show was really good, but I never got to start watching it.
So it's 6 episodes, I think it is. About hour and a half, depending on the episode. Total? It's 6. Yeah, it's a miniseries.
Does it still have radiation to this day?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And it sheds a lot of light on what. It's a very stressful show. So let's talk about Chernobyl here. It starts from like minutes before the actual explosion happens at the plant.
Mm-hmm.
And then like what the people that are working there are going through, the people are fucking in denial. You see reactions of people's bodies with the extreme amount of radiation that's happening.
And they were staying there?
Yeah, because they didn't know any better. Because this is like bad decisions being done because people don't know any better. And there's people covering their ass.
Is it like they didn't know why it was happening?
Because apparently these types of reactors just don't explode. So they were like, no, it's not exploded. It's not exploded. The core is intact. But then there's like, no, there's radiation, and you can see like the first episode does a good job of illustrating how it's spreading. People are like vomiting, their skin is like it just start bleeding through. It's the first episode puts you in, it gives you ready for the next 5 episodes of how dire the situation is.
Jeez. And
it's just the stress is just there all the way through, and there's no like real happy ending because
yeah.
We know it's still fucked. So It's just how this show is like, how do they contain it? And what they did to try, like the things they tried and like the lives that were sacrificed, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's rough to watch. Not like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. It's just.
How many episodes?
It's like 6 episodes. And they're all like about an hour each, maybe more. But it's definitely, again, that's basically the plot is what the events that happened at Chernobyl. Some great actors in it. Brian, you'll know some of these people that are in here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like the big one is the guy who's in Mad Men. Jared Harris. He's in a lot of other stuff. Yeah, Price. There's a Skarsgård here.
The one from Thor?
Yep. The one from Thor is in it. And there's some other people that I've seen before, but don't know from what. And I didn't do that much digging. But there's familiar faces. All do fantastic work. When it's tense scenes, it's definitely tense scenes. Sorry. Accents are on point. It's Russian, so they're there. You get to see like real stand-up men like put their lives on the line, and you see like the rats that are all
Does everyone make you feel like they're Russian?
Huh?
Does everyone make you feel like they're Russian?
For the most part, and because remember, it's also like neighboring country, like English people, the British and stuff are trying to help. Like there's a lot of different things happening there, so you have a bunch of different accents. So going at it, and it's not to the point where it's not Peaky Blinders level of accent where you become one of those. Like it's not that levels of. It's all understandable.
Insane, man. Like that's some serious radiation. All these years, that junk is still like. Not safe to live in. And
the numbers that's now contained. You get to hear the doctors and the scientists and stuff talk about what it was before it was contained, and how bad it could have been if they didn't do what they did in the show. And it's like, what we barely survived, my guy. Like we.
What do you mean we?
Because the way it was spreading, I forgot the quote. It's like the way the reactor was happening, it was exploding at a certain amount. Exploding, not like exploding, but like the radiation is getting pushed out in such a way where it's like it would have covered most of the planet or something like that. Something like, again, I might get the quote wrong, but the numbers being thrown at me, I'm like, what? It was crazy. It was substantial. So yeah, I thought it was I didn't know much about the Chernobyl besides, explosion, there's radiation. That's all I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So like this, I know a little more now, I guess, would be the outcome of this, and I enjoyed it. It was shot really well. The pacing's okay because it's mostly it's just 10 scene after 10 scene after 10, and people getting together trying to figure shit out, and people trying to blame other people, and it's like, bro, just fix it, you know?
I don't understand. Whatever. I guess. People always need somebody to point the finger to,
and that's a good portion of this. Yeah,
a situation that huge at that point is like it doesn't even matter whose fault it is. All the effort should be on trying to fix it.
And that's one of the things when you're watching this, and you're like, fucking, like even the people, the people in this are making that point. It's like, yo, we don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Of whose fault was it? Did he like, bro? It's done. We need to fix this. And it's like that's a frustration with some of the characters. It's like, what are we doing? That's good stuff, though. I definitely recommend it, especially, I mean, I didn't know much about what the events that happened in Chernobyl and, like, the science behind it and stuff, and this kind of sheds more light into it, so. But if you already know it, I don't know if you'll get anything out of this besides maybe good performances. You know, like, it's just crazy, like, not B-roll. I wouldn't say B-roll, but, like, shots of, like, people in hazmat suits trying to clean up the streets and stuff, like, as they transition between, like, two different, like, scenes and stuff, and it's really cool to see things like that. Like, oh, damn, it was... And they open the show with like how Chernobyl was populated with people. So as the show goes on, it's just shots of emptiness. Oh, and if you like, okay, so, and as a disclaimer for people who love dogs.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. There's dogs being shot in cold blood because they're in Chernobyl and they were probably radiated. So there's a team of people just shooting dogs and they show it. So that's a disclaimer. If you do not want to see just dogs get shot down, then do not watch this. But if you can stomach that, I mean, it's a really good show. Again, it's just one episode, and it's like a maybe a 10-minute section of that happening because they like to show what other people are doing in the middle of this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a team of people who go into the thing and take out animals because they left them behind because they had to evacuate people and they couldn't bring their pets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty dark stuff.
Mm.
And I think that's about it for Chernobyl, man. That definitely recommended. It's just, I think it was put together really well, especially for only 6 episodes. The pacing.
Is music or is it uncomfortably quiet?
They do orchestra stuff for the most part.
Intro long?
I don't remember an intro. I don't know if there is one.
I like to hear.
I feel like a situation like that doesn't need one.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't want to say there's no intro, but I don't remember an intro. I think it just just gets into it.
Yeah.
I don't remember though, so I don't have an answer, Brian, for that. I'm sorry. Anywho. All right, now that we're going highs and lows here, we're talking about exciting stuff. Now we're sad stuff. Let's go back to some high stuff here. Randall. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Kelsey came in here and said, "Did you finish watching Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?"
Nah, I was waiting on you.
Okay, so we'll skip that for next week then.
So far, what I've seen though, Simon Hayek curses a lot.
So he was right on that. Got it.
I mean, at least from the little bit that I saw, like every other word was
F this, F that, bitch. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys started watching and then just stopped?
No, he did, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait." I didn't start watching it, but what the heck? Oh, I think my internet is saying goodbye in a sec, but we'll see.
Mine.
Anywho, then we'll move on to did you complete Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2? All right, let me know. Second part lit as well or no?
Yeah.
Better, or if not, or just about the same intensity as the first part? Because I remember you came and talked about the first one. You said it was really good.
They upped the ante.
Okay. More characters, or is it still just the Bat and
it got more raw and more gritty.
Okay.
Like it's.
Is there a part 3, or did this end it?
Like this, like Nah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay.
I'm just. It's good, man. It's really
quick
good.
question: are all these like Batman movies? Is all this part of like a main? Like, is there like a timeline or things of movies to watch? Is it just like a standalone long Halloween series?
I think this is only the second one into that
Uh,
entry, I think.
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know what the actual current timeline is just in the DC world. So I don't know. But I mean, like, certain people are alive. So
So this can be watched like separate, you think? The
yeah,
first, I
yeah,
mean, like the whole long Halloween, not just this specific one.
Okay, I was going to say,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
part 2 on there. I hope you can. You have to watch the first part to get. We know what's happening here.
Yeah. It's good, man. It's really good. It's raw. Like,
Is this the end? The end of the long Halloween thing, or did it end with more?
the way it ended, it seemed like it was
It concluded.
over.
Okay, so I just gotta watch 1 and 2 back to back. That's cool. All right. I mean, so a cool fight. I'm assuming animated well,
They
dialogue done
how did
great.
Harvey did get his face burned? Do you remember the origin?
The origin on the comics? No, I do not know. I've seen
Uh,
the dark. I don't remember how exactly it happened. Brian's thinking. No, he does
I
not.
don't remember. I feel like, I think, I think that was when he was trying to run for is governor the right word?
It might have been governor or mayor or some shit.
And someone on the low end, I think it was like a mobster or whatever, just ran up and threw acid in his face.
Okay, all right. So they kinda
Change it.
well, it's the same method. It's with acid, but
Okay.
it's not.
Not a mobster or anything.
No, it is a mobster.
Okay.
But he said the way he described it was like they were outside somewhere or whatever. This happened inside the courtroom.
Oh, okay.
It might have been that. I just know, from what I can remember, I don't know if that's the origin, but I just remember he was running for governor, and then a mobster threw acid in some shape or form on his face.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they showed that in
In the How Long Halloween.
yeah.
Okay.
The
That was
acting
cool.
was good, man. I mean, I understand that like it's cartoon characters, but
It's a voice actor. Sometimes they bring it.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me, man. I mean, there's a reason why the end of Demon Slayer got me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even speak their language. All right, there's a level of voice acting that it transcends. Oh, it's drawings. No, but we can hear you. We can hear the emotion.
And it was like the ultimate. The way it happened was like the ultimate. I wouldn't say It was like the ultimate deception, man. Because it was like one thing was supposed to go down, and he went in there thinking that it was supposed to go down like that because the person came to him. So imagine if I came to you with a proposition and I say, Anthony, blah blah blah, yada yada yada,
Right.
and you're like, well, what do you want in return? And I'm like, blah 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 blah. And you're like, okay, all right, let's do it.
Deal.
And you tell me only if you do what you suggesting, you gotta come through with it, and then we have our deal.
Right.
And then I renege on that deal
Oh.
that I came to you with, and not only that, I throw acid in your face. Like,
I would be mad. I would become Two-Face. Yeah, you're right.
it was crazy, man. I didn't even see it coming. I guess maybe that's why it was so like that part of
Shocking to you, like.
yeah. Because Harvey doing the thing, he was like, "What are you doing? We had an agreement or whatever." The whole situation just like that's 180, man.
Oof. And that's all it takes. I mean, Joker's fucking line in a nutshell. You're one bad day away.
One bad day away from being him.
Oof. All right, cool. So both as a whole is fantastic. Like,
It's really good.
And they keep the animation and drawing stuff consistent because it's like if I watch the first one, the second one's like look a ton better. Like it looks. Is it consistent?
From what I remember, it looks the same.
Okay.
Is it the traditional voice actor? So Batman is Batman.
I mean, we can
and
just
all
click
that?
on this. Oh, I can double check for you right now. It could be Robert Craig because he's been doing Batman recently. Oh no, Jensen Ackles, the guy from Supernatural, is doing Batman.
Oh,
Josh Oh, that's why, because these are actors we've seen on screen. Troy Baker's Joker. That's his second time being Joker. Good for him.
The only thing I don't like about Troy Baker's Joker is that it's an impersonation of Mark Hamill's Joker.
Ah, I see. What do you think of DiMaggio's?
No.
You didn't like his at all?
No.
Oh, okay. He's in this as the Mad Hatter. Amy Landecker as Barbara. Okay. Okay. Oh, Fred's in it. Oh, he's Solomon, of course.
Oh, I forgot to pronounce his last name.
I don't know how to pronounce that, that's why I didn't bother, because I don't want to.
Grundy.
Yeah. Billy Burke as Commissioner Gordon. Oh, David, this dude as Calendar Man. There's some big names here. David Dasma. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Did you say his name?
David, I can't say his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dastmalchian?
I think he's put a curse on me.
Oh, let me see. He was in Batman. He was in The Dark Knight, Prisoners. He's in the new Dune movie. He was in the Flash show. Oh, he's in a lot of stuff. He's been in a bunch of movies I've seen too. All right, good for him. Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah. Cool.
Who the hell is he in Ant-Man and the Wasp?
He's one of the hacker dude. With T.I., you know how T.I. had a crew of people?
Oh, the Russian-looking guy?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh.
That's cool. All right, good for him. All right, then I definitely got to sit down and start watching stuff. I've been recording stuff offline, trying to do different Let's Play videos and stuff, so.
I'm kind of sad that it's over.
Oh, after you watch both of them?
Yeah, it's that good, in my opinion.
No, that's fair. I can see that. There's a lot of stuff that I've watched, like TV show stuff, and I'm like, damn, it's over. I think it's going to happen with vinyl.
The only gripe that I have with this show is, or whatever you want to call it, I'm getting tired of people like getting into altercations with people, like even a fist fight.
Yeah.
And just because you knocked them out doesn't mean like you should turn your back and have a full blown conversation with somebody else. Because you don't know how long that person is going to be knocked out.
You hear me with the Kevin Hart just now. You don't know what it is.
Yeah. Like it happens so many times. Like you fighting this person, you get the upper hand and you quote unquote knock them out.
All right, let's go.
And then you have a conversation. It's not like we cut to another scene and you're in another location now. The dude is 5 feet away from you.
Tie him up or something.
And you're having a full blown conversation. You have your full back to this person.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
That's why you should always carry around a confirmation revolver with you.
Oh, so after the knockout, you can confirm he's gonna be down afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, allegedly. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't like that either. Especially when it's supposed to be like a hero or something. It's like, yo, you knock someone down, like tie him up or something. Like make sure he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Right? Not to come back. Like he's still alive. I'm just like tie him up.
Yeah.
To a post or something. Don't just, he's knocked out, he'll be good for 20 hours. No. He can just come too. You know, I've watched Fighting Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like they can have green eyes and just come back.
There was it happened a couple of times. Person fighting somebody and they knock them out and then it's like, I guess that's it for them. So meanwhile, blah blah blah, then they get snuck from the back and then they get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
They asked for it. They basically said, please knock me out. I want this to go this way now. I want the story to take even longer. Yeah. All right.
And how at this point I'm nitpicking. But I feel like if I made a cartoon, these are the type of things that I would be thinking about while I'm making it. How in depth of a conversation are you having? If you can't see the person behind the person you're talking to coming to attack them.
Oh, right. Like if I'm looking at you and you can't see the guy, I'm just
it's
getting
a dude
up
behind me on the ground that I just knocked out, and we're now conversing. Is our conversation so engaging that you can't see this dude coming at me?
Moving
or here, because usually on the streets, you didn't hear. I knocked on my table. It wasn't loud enough for you to hear.
Yeah, I thought you were freezing. I'm like, dang it, here we go.
No.
Like scratches of his shoe or like his clothes, like.
Or a weapon being picked up, or
Yeah.
a gun being located.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are that kind of tropes from like we should definitely like run away from, not like step, but run away from those tropes, right? But here we are. It makes for entertainment videos, right? I guess I'll go ahead and before we get into movie minute here, because not movie, music minute, because I think all of yours are just albums, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me just. It's a classic movie Janana was watching. She loves Wes Anderson films, so I sat down and watched Rushmore. I haven't seen this Wes Anderson film. It's about. Well, you'll recognize a lot of the people on there, Brian. It's an older film, but the main villain from Scott Pilgrim is in. He's the main character.
Gideon.
Gideon's the main character. Bill Murray,
Where
of
have I
course.
seen this lady from? Olivia Williams.
I don't know where, but it's a story about.
She's the one that she played Go on, I'm just saying words.
All right. Anywho, so Rushmore, it's about a kid who's attending Rushmore, the school, who's, I guess, very well-mannered, very educated kid, but he's, like, flunking all his classes. He just picks up he has, like, a lot of freaking, like extracurricular activities, like fencing, gardening, all this sort of stuff. He does so much around the school, but pass classes. And that's what he does. He just lives at the school at this point. And then he starts developing feelings for this teacher, which I think is the lady you're talking about, Brian. The actress, I remember Olivia Williams.
Olivia Williams, and her character's name is Rosemary.
Right. So then this student tries to get with her, and that's the beginning of the story. And I don't want to like spoil what happens, but as a Wes Anderson film, there's his ups and downs. It gets crazy funny, then it gets like a little dark, and then a bunch of emotions.
This is high school?
College.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a college. Should be a college, but I want to say it's a college. Okay, let me click on this to confirm it's a college.
I've only seen.
Oh, okay, wait. It's a prep school. I'm sorry. So I don't know if it's what it is. It's a prep school, so I don't know. It's a private school.
From what I can remember, like from beginning to end, for the most part, I've only seen the one that she said was the worst of his movies, which was the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh.
And then I'm looking at the cast of this, and I see that maybe it's by nature you have to have a Wilson brother in the movie.
No, they're in almost every single one of his movies. They're all friends. Like there's a lot of repeating actors and stuff. In October, he has a new film coming out that we're waiting for. We're gonna watch that. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called like The French something. Oh well. But yeah, I mean,
The French Dispatch.
That's the one, and we're gonna watch
Isle
that.
of Dogs. I lied, dude. I saw another one.
Yeah, you saw Isle of Dogs. We're not your lead. You're not our leader. Oh my god, that was also really good. He has great films.
That one didn't have a Wilson brother.
It didn't?
From what I see.
Oh, but I mean, they're notorious to being like they're usually in it, but they do great work with the characters they're given. But it was great. I mean, it's great. If you like Wes Anderson films, it's great. Great dialogue. The pacing's fine. Comedy's there. It's like a full-fledged film. It has its comedy. It has its drama part. It's a good blend of everything. You know, you'll laugh. I don't know if you'll cry or anything, but you'll be like, oh, you'll feel down a bit because the character's feeling down a bit. And there's some ridiculous stuff that happens in it too. You're like, what the heck is happening? I definitely recommend watching this. This is fantastic. It was a good time. A great time. I'd rewatch it. It's good. Like a lot of Wes Anderson films, I'd rewatch because it's a special charm is all. And that's about it for Rush Hour. Rush Hour, not Rushmore. Rush Hour. Yo, could someone call the cops on aisle 6?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Randall, we're gonna bore you here with a bunch of music shite in a minute here, unless you have something else to. You want to, No? All right. I guess I'll start with Billie Eilish, bro. Since that's the hot ticket. The Three Musketeers. Thank you, Cobra. How you doing?
We can start whatever you want.
Okay, let's go with Billie Eilish. I mean, she's the hot artist since her debut album. Where do we go when we fall asleep? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's back with Happier
She
Than
had an
Ever.
EP before, and I think EPs and albums at this point are the exact same thing. So I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, we're back with her second. I don't know, her second album. I don't know, right? Her follow-up, I guess, would be it, right? Sure, doesn't matter. Happier Than Ever, out. A very different sound, in my opinion, than the first one. Where the first one had a very like gritty / horror movie / Halloween take to it, where it's a lot of deep bass in a lot of her instrumentals. Where this she experiments with a bunch. Like I think I told Brian off air before. It's called Billie Bossa Nova. It's one of my favorites because it sounds like if you were to walk in like in a jazz club and she's just on stage singing with that like a lounge type of sound to it. And I thought that was really good. A really good take for her voice because it sounded really well on it. It's not like a Loriana May. Loriana May, is that what her name was?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that level of vocals, but her.
The girl is that.
Yeah. But I mean, she sounded great in that track. NDA on here's another track I got my nails did. Johan, let's go, bro. That's good. NDA I think is one of my top between Billie Bossa Nova NDA. NDA's is like back not back to her old bassy stuff, but it has this really cool distortion effect that I just cannot get over. And like the last verse is the whole thing in that with that sound. With like the hard hat, I think, or clap, whatever it is, in between like the distortion, and it sounds really cool. And then the rest were pretty good. I mean, there's a track on here referencing like what the things she wears and how people perceive her depending on what she's wearing, and I forgot the name of. I think it's Not My Responsibility. That's what it was. Not my responsibility was that. And that was a pretty powerful track. My Future I thought was pretty good as well. There's looking at the credits and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's. Oh no, it is. That's his brother's name, right? Phineas.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw these names. I'm like, wait, it is him. Again, he did excellent work with arranging some of these instrumentals. I don't think there was anyone, from what I heard, that it was like, oh, these instrumentals, ugh. Like it wasn't like a skip instrumental or a track. It's just this. A lot of these tracks didn't. They didn't hook me the way the first album did. I don't know. That's because I had such an expectation for this one. But I mean, what's the term? Sonically, audibly,
orally, whichever one you want.
As an album, it sounds great. I heard it like 2 or 3 times already. I heard it the first time in partial, like on Friday, and then I heard it over the weekend a few times. You good, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it. I mean, it's a solid album. It doesn't have as many tracks that I loved as opposed to the first album. Besides, again, the big ones for me is Billie Bossa Nova and NDA, and then My Future, I guess, would be the bronze. Yeah, would be the bronze.
District Gold, Silver, Bronze.
Yeah, my gold would be NDA, Bossa Nova, Silver, and then just said it. My Future would be bronze, I guess. Not that I repeat the wrong thing. Who knows? What are your thoughts on this, Ron? I know how many times have you heard or ran through it?
Just once, on that Saturday. Mix is about the same. The only thing that's I guess is a nitpick is he doesn't experiment with any kind of vocal production for her, in the sense that it's usually just her being very forefront and her vocal sounds dry. Like dry as in not like bad, as in you don't hear much reverb or any kind of modulation. And if you do hear any effects on it, it's that one that kind of makes it sound off-putting.
Okay.
Where it sounds like throaty. It'd be nice, just for a song or two, give her Dripper and Lana Del Rey effect, just hilarious amounts of reverb,
The Lana Del Rey effect.
Yeah. I like that she experimented with more, like, different genres.
Yeah.
It was different genres, but it was still, like, her take on the genre, I feel like, because she's not Billie Bossa Nova, and it's not things you would normally hear in bossa nova music. It's her saying what she wants on it, and I like that she experimented. Um, I'm having a hard time remembering which songs were my like to do a silver and a bronze, but I know for a fact the last half of Happier Than Ever. I don't like. Okay, so I normally don't like distortion done not tastefully, right? The exception to when it's done right is Call Out My Name when it's done for impact and then he cut out.
Yeah.
The last half of this song is entirely distorted.
Okay.
But and even though they did this, it fit the genre that song kind of went into. Which was like punk rocky, her singing. I really like that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I hate when songs are like a two piece or they not transcend. Transition, thank you. Into another song or different instrumental, like they switch it up, and then when it's done wrong and you choose one side and want to skip the other, that's when I don't like when they risk it. That was my number one. Hold on.
Oh, he's got stuff, dang, dude. But yeah, all in all, it sounded cool. There's a bunch of like, you might like the NDA one because of the one I'm talking about is like super bassy and distorted, and it's like, oh shit.
So the last half of Happier Than Ever is up there for me. NDA, I liked both parts of it because it does like a verse part, and then when it gets to the chorus, it switches
until the last verse.
Two separate songs.
Oh, really?
Well,
I like that it grew into it because it was like the regular, and then the chorus had the distortion, then the regular verse, and then the chorus had the distortion, and the last verse had the distortion as well.
I'm skipping through to here so I can tell what my other songs would be. Fuck.
Oh, what track was that? Oh, fuck. I don't remember seeing.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have the deluxe.
I didn't get the deluxe one. Did she send it to you, specifically, or?
Maybe. Let me see.
You mean
it
here?
Might be. So the last half of Happier Than Ever is my gold. Just that part.
Gotcha.
What does it sound like?
Oh,
it would be maybe Goldwing, Silver, and then maybe Getting Older. My bronze.
Okay.
Those two might be flippable. This is definitely an album I have to listen to more to grow into it, but I still 16 songs. I didn't heart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I hearted 10 out of 16. I like these songs, but the thing is, with the other album, I think had less songs. Each song that I hearted had way more oomph in it.
I think you hearted a lot more than I did. I think I hearted like maybe 4.
I had to go back and listen to it. But
gotcha.
From what I heard, I remember liking those. But like all these, like I like 10 of these, but none of these compare to like I Love You on the other album.
Yeah, it was just a different. I don't know. It seems like this. That one was more. I don't know. I want to say personal, but it was like the same way Olivia's
relatable.
Yeah, I guess would be relatable. And then this one is like she's made it big now, so it's like taking on those things as a huge artist. Are you saying something?
So I'm counting 8 out of 14 on the album prior. But like a lot of these had like I guess it just resonated more. It had more impact on what she was saying. Like I don't know how to explain. Like the first album gave me more blonde vibes, and I hold that in high regard. So that's probably why I liked the other album more. Not to say this one's bad. This one still sounds solid. It sounds less coherent too as a project. So the first one, it felt like there's a story throughout, and this was kind of like she's still saying shit, but it's not like it feels like a playlist and not an album.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
I can see that. It's not like one cohesive project. It's like she's experimenting with so much. It's like, oh, here's what I got so far.
She reached the experimental second album phase.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But, I mean, a lot of it hit. From here on, I'm sure he did better than Abel did with fucking Kissland.
Oh. Speaking of, you probably didn't, but he put out a video for the teaser for this next project. It's called The Dawn Is Coming. and
I
it's
didn't. I saw
we're
the.
back to groovy, my guy. We're back
I
to
just saw the
groovy.
visuals. I saw. I
Yeah.
saw. I saw Rich Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's where he put like a small teaser YouTube video, and with I guess it's either one song or a mashup of some of the songs. You can hear his voice in the background, sort of. We're back to groovy, so I don't know what's
Okay.
about to happen.
I don't know. But
It's crazy that another
yeah.
album's coming out and we still haven't gone to the concert. Thank you, COVID.
I mean, maybe longer set.
I doubt it because it's the after hours. Like I'm sure he's gonna prioritize after hours for that, and then leave that new album for the follow up, maybe a follow up
I don't
tour.
know. I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening. So,
Um. All in
and
all,
I
it's still solid.
same. I would recommend at least to listen because there's since she's touching so many genres, quote unquote. There might be something that'll gravitate towards you. And again, vocally, she's done great. She hasn't like lost a step in any way. She can project. She can do the whisper parts, the lower deep. She can.
Singer-songwriter on SoundCloud voice.
Yeah, she can
does
do all of
well.
that. So she's got range, and the brother's doing great stuff with the instrumental stuff. He's like arranging them really nicely. So
Great arrangements. He's mixing it pretty well. Questionable with all the distortion, but at the end of the day, I still liked it. So it's really questionable.
right.
I wish that he would experiment a little as much as he's experimenting with the production side, like the arrangement. I
Yeah.
kind of wish he experimented more with what kind of effect chain and stuff he used on her voice. Just a little, just a tad, just Lana Del Rey once, and then let me hear how that sounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. Okay.
I recommend it.
Same.
If you like Billie Eilish, if I don't know if you feel like
I don't know if
just
this
a
will
great
turn you
singer,
into a fan. I would recommend the first one to see what she's like about, and then this
I
one
think this would be
like
your gateway.
really.
So you listen to, if you never heard of her, any of her, if you heard maybe her singles or not the album before, and you heard this, like, oh, she's pretty talented. What else has she done? And then you accidentally click the whole album before, and then you get to I Love You, and then you're like,
Oh shit. And you're like shit. You're like what I heard? What did I hear the first? Where is this?
yeah, is that a demo?
Yeah.
But that is saying much. That the only thing we're comparing it to is the first album.
Yeah.
Like, from what I've heard, this isn't that's spoilers for the end of the year.
Yeah, we have our song of the year to talk. We have.
Wait,
It's
we're
gonna be
doing
quite.
song too then?
I think it's just song. Cause the album would be too much. Would expect too much out of everybody. What I'm thinking in my head is we'll have like a doc that says contenders, and then we each put what we think deserves to be on the top 10, and then we start dwindling it down. That makes sense
For albums or songs?
for songs. Because albums that would like let's say we start early and we make this list early. Imagine expecting everyone to listen to albums by the end of the year, right?
So are we gonna still talk about albums and music in the year? Or
I don't. I was gonna say just. I don't know. I mean, we can mention it in our reviews for it. I guess. I don't know.
I can do if we want to save time. I'd rather do like a top 5 albums, and then the whole arguing part is just one song, but just to give roses to those albums.
Oh, I see. Like
I
our
don't wanna do that.
individuals. I see.
Yeah.
Our individual top. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And then we can do our. I will see. I got to source something out. Like it might be a multi-episode thing, or
Because
like
he's fucked.
because there's a lot. Yeah.
Right now, on my top 10, ladies are winning this year. Let me tell
Yeah.
ya.
Facts. Same here. It's
Dudes need
mostly
to
the
step
chicks.
the fuck up.
Yeah. I think I'm on that same. I'm on that same bus. It's the ladies.
Shout out all the ladies. Shout out napkins and shout out ladies.
Shout out napkins.
Shout out glue.
Yeah, the glue's been making its appearance. So
Yeah, I recommend this album. She's too talented. They're too talented of a duo. Him in production, her in singing.
yeah.
To be like, to be like, oh, only listen to this if. Just give it a listen. If you have an hour of free time, give it a listen.
You won't lose anything but time. So if you have time to spare,
I usually say that if you're gonna listen to an album, listen to it all the way through. The same way you'd sit there for a movie,
Yep.
listen to an album. But the thing is, this is kind of this. It reminds me of More Life, where it wasn't really an album. Just I did these songs, and I'm just gonna release it, and you do what you're gonna do with it.
Yeah, because I mean, in More Life, he had sections of like Portland and Galchester were all like grouped up together. So it's like he had a section of like, what the fuck is this brazy shit? And then he'll have his. He had sections in it. Like he put multiple things together. And he's like, oh, here's this section for that. This section for this. Where Billie's, I don't think she did sections. She was just like here. You know. All right. I also recommend it. At least in listen, because again, NDA was a huge one for me, and then Billy Bossa Nova too. Anyway, that's that. I have a very, very quick music review here. So Logic came back out of retirement? Question mark. He said he was retired. He came back and dropped another Bobby Tarantino. It is that another Bobby Tarantino. Great instrumental, like hip hop. There's a bunch of lo-fi instrumentals. There's some more modern, like R&B stuff in it, R&B-ish plus hip hop, R&B pop. That mixture. There's a track on here called Untitled that's really good. A turn up track called was it Vaccine? That I told you, Brian, that you're like, oh yeah, just me and my dog. I think it was
so, yeah.
Vaccine is just a turn up song, great instrumental again. Says what he needs to say. There's there's tracks about like calling for help. Like if you're a person that's down or depressed and stuff, don't hesitate to call him. Like it's like that type of track where it's like he's speaking to the viewers and the sad viewers or listeners or whatever you want to call it, the audience. Another one is a track called Inside, where it's one of those tracks where it's like, oh, I'm always performing, I'm always smiling on camera and stuff, but on the inside I feel this, and this, which is also a really good track on there. Great instrumentals. Whoever he has on his team making these things, fantastic job. He does, yeah, and he does a great job. He knows how to lay his tracks on these. It's just this, it's not, I don't want to say cookie cutter. It's his MO. Like this, when you hear this, you're like, oh, it's more Logic. So this is not going to turn you into a Logic fan if it hasn't before. If you like Logic from all his previous stuff, it's more of that. So I personally do. I like his lo-fi hip hop stuff and this mix with trap stuff too. So this was more of that. So I was happy, and that'll probably be my review. I recommend it for those. But if you've never enjoyed Logic stuff before, either on the the turn up hip hop stuff, or even off on the lo-fi hip hop that sounds like 90s hip hop, if you don't like them on any of those, then this won't sway you, because it's more of that. And that's Bobby Tarantino 3. Okay, Brian, it's your turn to give me some back-to-back. You've been waiting for Snoh Aalegra's project for quite some time. Tell me about it. Worth the wait, or should have waited more?
I don't know if it's because I Want You Around was so good that this not living up to that one song means it's just an alright album. Or I don't know if that's how I felt. I don't know if I successfully separated it from anything previous while listening to it, like I normally try to.
So you got some bias in it?
It's 15 songs. I hearted 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, every time I scroll, I keep throwing myself off, like I forgot to count one. So I had to full screen it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 15. I'm also 7 out of 15, right? And I realized with a lot of these that I give pretty good reviews, it's going off of one listen for a lot of these. Some of these, the ones that are higher up on my list for the year, I have way more listens. But some of these, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. A lot of the songs don't end up. A lot of the songs sound cool at first, and then they don't really have replayability.
Okay.
I'm starting to feel that with a lot of hers, it's like that. I think it's solid, but I don't know if it'll age well for me. Like, I'll get tired soon. And the reason I say this is because with this album, a lot of her choruses, and this seems to be the common pattern, is where she falls short. There's a song here called Taste, instrumental, slaps.
Okay.
Her verses, slap. And then the chorus will be her going, taste, taste. And it just keeps doing that. I'm like, you didn't have to say this many times. There's one time when she says it, and you think, okay, chorus is over, and she says it one more time, and then it goes into the verse.
Oh my
Like you
gosh.
didn't have to do that. We remember the name of the song, so like I like a lot of that song, but I feel like the more I listen to and I get to that part, the more I'm like,
It's becoming a nuisance. Yeah, it's like, oh my
yeah,
god. Like
that's
you
how it
wish
feels
you
with a
can
lot of
edit it
it.
yourself and just like cut that part out.
And like sometimes the cadence of the chorus makes it sound off. In Tangerine Dream, it kind of like draws out a line, a line, a word or line, and it doesn't fit as well as it probably could have. A lot of this feels like maybe it's not a rough draft because that sounds rude to say, but it didn't get optimized. I guess you
Okay.
had the tech, could optimize a little more, and then it would have been unblockable
I
or
guess
something
polish is
along.
the what you wanted to look
Yeah.
for. Okay.
She's a song on here with Tyler the Creator I liked called Neon Peach.
Oh, how'd he do? Was his verse good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
He might have even did the instrumental. I like the instrumental too. It sounds like a song that could have been on his album.
Maybe it was recorded during one of his sessions for his album.
Yeah, because he's on 2 songs on this album. The other one I didn't heart, but the Neon Peach I did. James Fauntleroy
That sounds familiar.
is
What
on
was
one
he
of
in?
these. I don't remember. The name looked familiar too
I think he's featured in something else as well.
he's in a couple albums.
That name, I think I've
Yeah.
seen that name somewhere.
I think I heard of this song and I liked her part, and then it got to him and I was like, this sounds weird. It didn't sound bad. It just sounds weird.
It sounded off, like it didn't belong on that
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the moral of the story. Is vibe it's solid, but then there's something that wasn't polished, and I'm like, me being picky, I guess I get it's not things that are not polished and are entertaining. It's just like I don't know. It's kind of annoying, and then hearing it over and over, I might just start to unlike a couple songs. It wouldn't be the first album this year that I've done that.
Gotcha. I think that happened to me with. There was like a single that came out and I had it on. Oh, it's Astronaut. When it first came out, I'm like, oh, this is good gym music. And I just haven't removed it from my playlist, but when it comes up, I just skip it.
The astronaut in the water.
Yeah. And the ocean.
And something, I don't. Someone tried to tell me that he had bars in that song. They had the lyrics up and read one of the lines. Yeah, that's a bar. I'm like, he didn't say anything there.
And no, that song is not.
And then they said, yeah, because, and they just read the line again back to me. I'm like, that's you didn't say anything to me. You just said what he said again.
Yeah, that's not. Again, that song was literally hype, and I use it for hype for the gym. And if I'm not in the gym, I hit skip.
The instrumental's
by the
cool.
gym, I mean my garage. I keep saying gym,
cool
like
but like, I need to get hype. I have
Popstar.
activity that involves do-rags, and I have anything that says it's by Chief Keef.
Oh, and also, what's the name? Not Do-Rag. The guy who sings Do-Rag.
Baby Keem.
Yeah, doesn't he have more tracks?
Yeah, Baby Keem goes off for me. Chief
and
Keef. That's my Lord and Savior. That's one of my 2 lords. It's Bob Ross and Chief Keef.
Shit, imagine that fusion dance. That fusion.
Bob Keef.
For all
Chief Ross.
For the artists out there that support the show, because I know you're watching, the millions of you, draw that up.
Yeah, draw me Bob Ross and Chief Keef combined somehow.
Yeah.
And on a painting, it just says 300. And he painted it with a gun.
All right, get on it.
And he has like a bird on his shoulder. And he's smiling at the camera. Someone draw me that. Yeah, this album's solid. If you're in an R&B vibe, if you just want to listen to something easy to listen to, she's a good singer. Even though I'm not making fun of it, I'm critiquing the way she wrote her choruses.
Right. I mean,
still a good singer. The instrumentals are pretty solid throughout this. You're just in an R&B kind of craving mood. I'd give it a listen. I've liked other projects from her more, but this is still solid. At least this is Ryu right now. It's like it gets you by.
Okay, I see. So he's got all the tools that he needs.
Yeah, nothing too flashy.
Yeah,
it gets you by.
Whatever you need to get the job done, she got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. I still haven't listened to that first project she has, so gotta listen to that first.
That first one though, that's another one. I started with a bunch of hearts 14 songs. I had like maybe half the album. I'm down to 4.
It happens because it's the honeymoon phase of the album. Like you'll hear like the whole thing slaps, and then on repetition you're like, okay, this one's not that great, but this one still slaps. And there's times where there's songs where I hear that I didn't heart before, and I hear it in succession. I'm like, oh no, this one slaps.
That's how it was with Billie Eilish's and Therefore I Am. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is kind of yuck. But then I heard it in the album, like, why didn't I like this?
Oh. My favorites is when I start hearing a song that I didn't like. I'm like, why didn't I like this? And then the part comes up, and I'm like, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part. That'll do it. And then I just hit next and can move on. Shoot.
Yeah. The album before is the one that had I Want You Around. And that, if you ever see that not hearted in my liked songs,
You're
that's shoot it.
That's a variant.
Yeah. You shoot that variant.
That's funny, man. That's a new word. Before it was what, replicant? Mm-hmm. Now you're a variant. That's great. Love it. All right. Then last but not least, Brian, how do you pronounce this? Sinead? Harnett?
I think I've ever heard anyone say her name before.
Okay, then we apologize in advance because I know you're watching.
I think if I had to pronounce it, I would say like, I don't know, I'd say Sinead Harnett.
Yeah.
She's European, I think. She did nothing to do with this album. There's certain artists that if I see, cover of this song, I find it offensive. I don't click it.
Right.
No one should cover these artists, and that's for off the
Adele.
top of my head, Adele.
Yep.
And Frank Ocean.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even honestly, I'll throw The Weeknd on there too.
No, because I think there's some covers of The Weeknd I heard. I'm like, oh, that's not bad.
I've never heard.
Oh, okay. I'll have to send you. I think there's one
on there.
Okay.
You do a cover. There's a 95% chance I'm not clicking it.
Okay.
So she did a Frank Ocean cover.
Oof.
It was
what track?
Self-Control, I think.
Oh, okay.
And it's some guy who does interviews just laying in bed. So like they're both on a bed and then
whoa, back up.
Not nude, it's just like on top.
Each of them have their own beds?
I think they're on the same bed from what I remember.
What kind of interview process is this, Randall?
I mean, they're not like making out, just
yeah, there. But that's a bed's a bed. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on how close you get, like, I feel uncomfortable there, you know? Like if I can't just be like laying next to Randall and just trying to interview him without trying to kiss him. Like that's not gonna happen.
I'm looking at the stream to see the reaction.
Just puts his face down.
She covered Self-Control. I was okay with it. So that already says enough. She's a talented singer, at least.
She got range then. That's all that tells me. Yeah.
While singing a Frank Ocean song, which is blasphemous to me. I showed you one of her songs when we were going to the Port St. Lucie, called "Take Me Away with Earth Gang."
Oh, okay. Oh, that was her. Okay.
Yeah, I like that song a lot. That's on this album. There's 11 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I scrolled and I threw myself off again.
Thought you were singing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
When I count, I naturally just sing that song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, boom, boom, boom. Out of 11, I like 7. That's a bar. You can quote me.
Oof, quoted.
I'm trying to think of how to explain this album. It's another like R&B-ish kind of album.
Okay.
I think so. I heard this after Snoh Aalegra's, and I feel like this is more in line of what I wanted from Snoh.
Oh, okay. What's the track? How many? Wow. Let me try English. Amount of tracks.
11.
11. Sorry, I didn't hear it. And
runtime?
Like
7. It's only 33 minutes.
Okay.
It's shorter in tracks and runtime.
And runtime, yeah. That's an episode.
No, it's not like she went in, she did what she wanted to do or was instructed to do, whatever, and got out, and then they optimized that.
Okay, I like that. Like she's not wasting time in the track. It's like it hits.
Yeah.
She exits. So there's a lot of like short tracks, like 2 minutes.
Like
2 minutes.
There's an interlude that's 39 seconds. It's her songs usually 2 to 3 minutes, and then there's one song that's 4 minutes.
Right, that's an optimized track. That's an optimized EP right there.
It's an album.
Oh, that's an optimized album right there.
The where she usually falls short though, and the songs I didn't heart, the chorus.
Damn it!
I think people think because it's like the shortest part that they just say whatever the fuck they want, and then people like, all right, we're in the verse.
Yeah, like
more often than not, the hook is the chorus. The hook is just a word that people like in the music industry made up for whatever's the catchiest part of the song. That's the hook. It can be anything. Like if I sneezed at the beginning and I reverb echoed it for like 3 seconds, and that's what you remember, that's the hook.
I love it. I want that now. So the same artist who's drawing the Chief Keef and whatever, I need you to become a music producer and now make Brian sneeze. I don't know if he sneezed on this podcast before. Reverb and loop it. Thank you.
Yeah. Besides that, there's a lot of songs I liked on here. They're easy to listen to. She's a singer too, a more R&B ish kind of music.
Okay. Like lounge or no? Or is it like legit like 90s R&B?
Somewhere between 90s and now R&B.
Okay.
The song called Obvious. So it's R&B, but some of the drum patterns feel like...
Oof, Brian's internet went away, or maybe it was me. I don't know yet. I think it was me. Hey, I'm back. I think it was mine because it says 0 on my OBS. So
I think so. What's the last thing you heard?
You literally transforming into Megatron.
Okay, that's what I did. So
yeah.
The song called Obvious, that's R&B, and the pattern on it, it teased me, it blue-balled me because I thought it was gonna turn into dance hall music.
Oh, and
so it's like R&B dance hall, but it never gets to wind your bumper, but it goes to one time. Like it doesn't go all the way through.
So if it's like a left and a right, and the fade meter's like more on the R&B side, and it just before you're gonna get to hear the instrumentals for the Guanya Bumpa, it just stops.
Yeah. It doesn't get to Kuko. It doesn't get there.
It doesn't get there. Shit.
Yeah.
What? So it sounds like you can, if you wanted to. Someone can grab the vocals and just put a Guanya Bumpa tempo to it, right?
Yeah. This could very easily become a dancehall song.
Brian, that's it. Release that remix.
I really like that song. Take Me Away, the one that I played for you.
Take Me Away. Oh, different song?
No, not Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
By Natasha Bedingfield. It's also a slapper. It was in The Sims.
It is. You ain't gotta tell me. I played The Sims.
There's a song that she had with Masego. And that man's very talented. I like his voice.
That's how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
I apologize, Masego, for calling you Mace Go. Go ahead.
Talented singer. He knows like a dozen instruments and usually plays them out for himself. Anytime I usually see his name, I get excited, right?
Okay.
Not this song.
Oh no.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Just his part or the entire track?
The whole song was like whatever.
Okay.
Then the rest of it's like just R&B, just something nice to listen to.
Okay. Like
if you want to
standard.
Want to feel sexy to yourself, yeah. You want to kind of feel sexy, like when I was playing Ascent.
Yeah.
Have a sexy time.
Yeah.
You can listen to this album.
Leather jacket, no shirt, no undershirt, baggy pants. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, if you want to give yourself a night of sexy time, doesn't it? You don't have to smell. Just look at yourself in the mirror, open
that
gown.
Man, yeah. Hey, that man looks sexy. You can do that to
most of this album. Yeah, that man right there, sexy. And then you're in an infinite loop because that guy you saw just called you sexy.
And then you tell him I see that.
Yeah.
That's a good an hour and a half of trying to get out of that loop.
Yeah.
Happens to all of us, right, Randall? He says yes, with a smile.
Okay, good. So yeah, overall, clean album, short album, get straight to the point. Talented singer. After hearing this after Snoh, I kind of wish her album was more like this. If not, more like I Want You Around, which is like maybe even top 10 of my favorite songs of all time. I think she did what I wanted from Snoh better than what Snoh I got from Snoh's album. Snow's album's solid. This one's a little more solid. This one's a little more frozen.
0.7 more.
Yeah.
On the solid meter.
If you had to pick one of them, if the 3 albums I heard that are on this list, if I were to gold, silver, bronze it.
Yeah, you have enough for that.
Olympics are happening. I can do this.
Yeah, you're right.
Gold, Billie, by far compared to these.
Yeah.
Silver, Sinead. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. And then Snoh would be bronze.
Okay.
So if you want to feel sexy yourself, you want some smooth R&B, you want to just a smidge of dancehall kuko, then
that'll do it for you.
Listen to this album, and then track 10 will be where you feel it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. Well, boys, a nice, quick and easy one this week. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go on to the releases, anything else you guys want to chime in on? I only put one thing on for the releases. I did a horrible job prepping.
You see, before we get to releases,
Yeah.
anything you want to say?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't promote myself often, but if you have Instagram and you happen to be following me, or Twitter, or you don't follow me and you see my name down and you want to follow me, I recently put something on there. Last time I posted on there was like October or August of last year. You know, creative block things. You know, creative people can't always be creative. I finally found talented artists that gave me permission to use their art for my posts, and then I used that picture as a reference to make music based off the character in it, and then one thing led to another, and that's what you'll find on my Instagram now.
Excellent. Brian, Randall, do not play it out loud.
It's just moaning but auto-tune.
I don't know if I'm gonna get I don't think I'll get copyright strike, but you know,
there's nothing sampled.
Just in case. I don't know if
I called Twitch like, this guy played this without my consent.
Yeah, like unless.
And they're like, wait,
and Brian will do it for funny.
Yeah, they're like, well, how many followers you have? And they laugh me out of there, and then I go to Mixer.
You'll be the top streamer at Mixer since it doesn't exist anymore. Oh shit! All right, well I forgot to do this. Shit, nobody could just fucked with the document this entire time. Not anymore though. Anyway, all right. Well then, releases this week. All I put down for games is the new season. I think it is for Apex Emergence, which I think adds the new character as well. It also adds, I think, ranked arenas. So you know your boy's gonna get ranked.
You can do arena. I'll do ranked with you.
I mean, I want to. So yeah, we can try that.
I mean, I can just tell you what you're gonna expect when you play with me.
You gonna tell me what I'm going to expect?
I'm gonna tell you what to expect is what I should have said. I'm barely a person at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, name them I pick them most likely. Any character I pick, I'm gonna play exactly the same. I'm gonna buy a shotgun no matter how big the map is.
Right.
I'm gonna sprint at them, and I'm gonna I don't zigzag. I run directly at them and I swing at them.
They
get so thrown off, they start missing. Anthony, when I tell you I go off with my melee, if anyone's watching that plays with me is in here, I go off with melee. It's
they start missing.
Who plays, I run directly at them. I punch them so hard, I'm still running directly at them. I don't zigzag. And you see me not dying.
Get the fuck out of here.
When someone runs at you with that much confidence, Anthony, you start to waver in yours.
Okay. We'll see, I guess. I don't know when we can. I guess we don't have a game for Wednesday, so we can try that. I guess we did have one. I think it was Red Dead, but we'll see.
You gotta see if your son's available.
Yeah. Yeah, besides the Apex stuff, I don't know what other game stuff is coming out. So new character, ranked arenas. I think there was some balance changes for characters. I don't know the patch notes. I think there wasn't there an update for Siege as well this week, or am I losing it?
There's an event starting.
An event, that's what it is.
It's basically Extraction, the game they're doing. It's tied with that, and it's kind of you're playing that for an event.
That's pretty cool. Why am I clicking on the thing I already talked about? Jeez. For movies this week, we have Pray Away, Beckett, 645, The Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one, Ailey, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, Annette, Even in Dreams, Infinitum, Subject Unknown, that's a weird name for a movie, John in the Hole, Naked Singularity, Notorious Nick, Playing God, She-Ball, Swan Song, The Last Matinee, the Macaluso Sisters, the Suicide Squad again. I don't know why it's on here twice. Val, I think it's a Val Kilmer documentary.
It's because the second one is saying HBO Max, the other one's probably saying at the store.
Yeah, theaters. The other one was at the store. All right. Vivo, an animated musical adventure that follows Vivo, a one-of-a-kind Kinkajou also known as a rainforest honey bear, voiced by Miranda. I don't know what's happening in that movie right now. I'm moving on. What We Left Unfinished, and Whirlybird. The names are getting crazy, my guy.
I thought it was funny that I laughed at She-Ball. And then I saw that Nick Cannon's in the movie, and then I laughed a little more to myself.
Yeah. So for albums, we got Nas dropping King's Disease 2. Lingua Ignota. Did I say Liars or Lars? I think it's Liars. Chris Young, Barbra Streisand, and Abstract Mind State are releasing projects this week. I did not know Barbra Streisand made music.
Wait, Nas King's Disease? He's a second King's Disease?
Yeah.
I didn't even listen to the other one. This hurts to say, but I feel like Nas is one of my favorite rappers. I didn't listen to the album before. And I think it's I have enough Nas for myself to still enjoy him.
Oh, you don't need anything new?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need anything new from him, basically. Like you're not hungering for more Nas, right?
Yeah, and that's not to insult him. Like again, he's probably one of my top 5 favorite rappers, but I have enough. I like to cherish the albums I already heard. I don't want anything to like. I don't think it's gonna be bad, but I don't want to have an asterisk when I think of him.
Right, that makes sense. And that's about it, peeps. It's time to plug yourselves away. Randall, what you doing this week? Actually, I got you. Randall's finally gonna probably be on stream this weekend because Evo shows pools. So there might be a chance you might see Randall on stream during the Evo pools, which would be Saturday.
You mean my gameplay, not me.
It's not going to be you, but it's going to be you playing as Kazuya during Evo.
Definitely, you don't know where, but I put a camera in your room.
So you saw you do that thing you think nobody saw.
Okay.
So this is it, boys. This is when you may be able to see him live, all right? Is on Evo. So look for, you registered as Zen5, right? I'm pretty sure. LIU Zen5. So when you see that name on there, that's the boy right here, all right? See him at top 8. And then Brian as well will be probably on stream as well this weekend. I mean, you can plug your stuff when you get to yours, Brian, but we got to play the Evo stuff because it's a tournament and it's big money on the line. Skullgirls, right? Yeah, they all gonna have, I'm assuming, different streams, right? It's gonna be like an Evo, Skullgirl, Evo Tekken.
Well, it's different days. Skullgirls on Saturday. I don't know if Randall said Friday.
Yours is on Friday. Okay, so then Friday will be for Randall. Then Brian's got Saturday.
Hopefully, I'll still be playing on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
I might not stream just because I want to. Just this slight chance. Someone
Brian,
speak for me, dude.
What the fuck is wrong?
Fuck. Just in case Randall's on stream, I want to support him instead of getting salty at myself. I don't get salty at Skullgirls.
Well, he's not going to be on all week. He's going to be on Friday.
That's what I said on Friday.
Oh, I think he said all week. I think he said I might not stream. I bet. I think he took off. I thought you had another mic. Like the ones you clip on. I thought you were taking it off. You're like, that's it. I'm just going to leave the interview.
Honestly, don't think I'm going to be recorded because there's so many other people that already played in tournaments.
But like I told Brian or you, like when me and Brian watch pools and stuff, they go to random ones. Sometimes you see like the two, no offense to those people, like two who just are just literally slamming buttons like me, play, and then they'll swap to somebody else. Like you see, they just randomly pick. I think I don't know how they're gonna set it up, but I'm sure it's not just gonna be. It's not gonna be, oh look, Sonic Fox in his match, and then just they take a break until his other match. They're gonna be jumping between matches. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian.
There, Anthony.
Huh?
They're not binary, so it'd be their match.
I am so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of pools. Not every top 8 players in every pool. So a lot of times, even when it was locals, it'd be like, oh, here's Justin Wong versus like a Sasquatch, and then the next match would be someone no one knows versus someone no one knows. There's been times where in pools, I think it was 801 Strider had to play a little kid, and he had to beat the shit out of him because he had to get the top 8.
And that was recorded, so I mean, you got to do what you got to do. All right, so that's that. Randall, you can continue your plug though. I had to cut in to make sure that's noted. You might be on stream, so So besides prepping for Evo, what else you got?
That's it.
That's it?
I mean,
He's gonna be in the lab the entire week.
Work in gym. I took off Thursday and Friday.
Okay, to get yourself in the mindset. No distractions. Because it's fucking game time. My voice is cracking because of excitement.
I wish it was like triple elimination instead of double.
Nah, that would take too long. That tournament would take more than a weekend. Triple elimination, Randall? Nah, that's demasiado, dude. That's too much.
You think so?
Yeah, because
it's not like it's one match after the other. It's like multiple matches going on at the same time.
Until it gets to top 16 or something. Then you got like so much breaks in between. And nah, I think it would take way too long for
the
triple.
top 16 don't go simultaneously?
I mean, you can only go so simultaneous because you have to wait for the winners bracket to fill up the losers bracket, and then you have to wait through all of losers bracket to fill till it catches up.
Then usually top 8 every match is streamed.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. So, you know how you get to grand finals, and there's winners and losers. The loser wins, it resets the bracket. Imagine being loser in the third elimination thing, and you have to reset it twice.
That'll take forever. That grand finals will take too long. It'll turn into an exhibition match because I think each match is 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Each set, and then times 3. That's an exhibition match. At that point, the grand finals will turn into an exhibition match.
But matches can go really quick, depending.
You're right.
You know,
but that's
the situation.
But that's best case scenario, you know. And these matches, like, double is already good enough for me because I think it's enough where it's like.
Yeah, but double is like. You lose twice and you're gone.
Yeah, that's the point. You got to go in there with literally the soul of Tekken to be number 1. That's the point of it.
You got to be the king of Iron Fist.
Oh, let him know. Let him know, right? Randall, you should know this by now. He says it every time he loads up the goddamn game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you're lucky Master Chief's not playable. I would have been one hero.
Master Chief.
He wasn't Dead or Alive. No, it wasn't him. It was Nicole.
It was Nicole, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't John.
Played her and Leon, though. Plasma grenading people in the puss, slapping the shit out of old men and their hat comes off.
Yo, he slapped like a savage.
And
Leon was no
with that, it would play it back 3 times.
Yeah.
That was my guy, dude.
Leon was a fucking savage. Oh, okay. All right, Brian, what you doing this week besides prepping for Evo?
I like how Brian has like not a care in the world. He's just like,
I mean, that's how I would be.
I'm just not.
Why?
Because I didn't put money down. It was free entry, right?
Yeah.
Then I got nothing to lose, Randall. Like you said before, it's to have fun.
So
like,
if this was Guilty Gear, there'd be some pressure because, like the other tournament, I was using that tournament to benchmark if I'm good at this. With Skullgirls, to this day, I've never been salty playing Skullgirls. This game is literally nothing but admiration in my eyes when I look at this game. So even if I did play 11 hours a day like you, at the end of the day, I'm seeing this beautiful game prosper and come back to life because they're adding some stuff to it now. After 9 years of nothing.
Yeah, and it's on Evo, which is the main stage.
There's zero way for me to lose this.
This is good news.
And if I go, it doesn't matter if I go 0-2 or beat a guy, I can say, yeah, I competed at Evo for Skullgirls. What did you do? Oh, you did too? Well.
Yeah. All right. So what else? What you doing, Brian?
So Tuesday, I'm gonna see if I can watch more ReZero season 2 and finish it with some friends.
Okay.
And on Wednesday we're gonna. But then on Thursday, right? I don't know if you're gonna play the X Defiant thing or you want. And you're probably gonna stream on Thursday, so probably not. It's an NDA. Thursday's the 5th.
Oh my god, I thought it was Friday.
No.
Oh shit.
There's an NDA though, so I don't know what.
Yeah, we can't stream that.
That's what I'm telling you. There's an NDA.
You don't have to tell me. I read it. This is not my first time, Brian. This is the most premiered.
It was playable.
I knew it was the 5th. I just thought the 5th was Friday.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna play it on a Thursday and you won't stream or what your dealio Kojima is.
I'm gonna read through the NDA to see if I can still record some gameplay and then like release it on a certain day. But I think it said no capture at all, so we'll see.
Okay, so Thursday, up for grabs. Either I'm playing something with you, or maybe I'll stream some Skullgirls. Friday, I'm up in the fence. I kind of just want to watch Tekken and see if Randall quadruple
When
His
every
body.
rounds are perfect. Yeah.
when he gets it perfect.
So when every rounds are perfect,
Yeah.
and with this character, he's gonna touch a death. Like people are like, oh, you're gonna do 50% health, and Randall's gonna be like, load it up, and then he's gonna.
It's literally impossible.
Oh yeah.
In order for me to do a touch of death with Kazuya, I would have to
Right?
do that counter move that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And I would have to take him to the wall, break the wall,
And then on the bounce.
and then on the ground, somehow still have another bound in reserve, which I don't know how that would be
Kanye
possible.
said you get bound too.
That's true. And that's the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
So yeah, Thursday, whatever my vibes point me to, right? And then Friday, probably play some Skullgirls, stream that, maybe. Maybe watch Randall. Maybe do both. Maybe have a small little capture of Evo with Tekken, like get the squint to see it, and then I'm playing Skullgirls. We don't know. And then Saturday at 6 when my pool starts. So 10 minutes after 6, and then the rest of my day is free.
Hey man, I feel the same way. So I'm
No,
the
you guys
same
are
boat
both
with you.
stupid idiots.
What do you mean?
He's not gonna get 0-2. You're not. None of you.
I've
Either of you are gonna get.
I've been looking at matches all week.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
you haven't
plenty of people get
lived
0-2.
through Evo. You've watched other people play other shit, but you have. It's not you in Evo state of mind, in Evo mode, right?
The trick, Randall, is I only know two people in my pool, me and the kill stage. I have no clue who they're gonna pick, anyone else, what they play like. It's just me and my two girls, Squiggly and Sarabella.
That's it.
And they each have 5 knuckles on each hand.
But
So
you know the matchups though, because you've been playing Skullgirls for so long, right?
This game is still finding new stuff though.
Because you can do like 2 teams, a team of 3, a 1-person team, and like they're all viable. Not all viable. I'm not gonna say that.
Bounce patches since the game came back. A lot of things can happen, but let me tell you something. I'm gonna win or lose with Squiggly and Sarabella.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sing at people. I'm gonna command grab people. I'm gonna do stance cancels. My hands are gonna hurt after the first game. I'm gonna say, "What the fuck? I lost because I couldn't press anything."
Okay.
And you know what? We have a good time, Randall. That's what we do here.
All right.
The best thing about it too is because Skullgirls at Evo. I'm assuming that weekend,
Announcement.
right on Monday, a sale. And what happens with sales? People buy Skullgirls, Randall. Usually $5, and then the season pass is like $25. So wait until Monday or something. Boom, you can get yourself a discount.
Probably gonna be during the weekend. Like I'm sure Steam's gonna have like an Evo sale during the weekend.
So what is the plan for Saturday?
I don't know because Suicide Squad
Hypothetically,
nothing. You guys can make it the top. You win. That's what to me hypothetically is.
Here's what I'm gonna do on Saturday, Randall. All right, I'm gonna accidentally wake up at like 7 in the morning. I'm gonna have a bunch of cereal, right? I'm gonna lay down after I eat cereal. I'm gonna, for some reason, watch street basketball for about an hour or 2, right? I'm gonna get up and sit in my chair. I'll play some Persona for like another 3 hours. Once it's like 5, I'll play like a couple matches. You have to check in. Oh, Randall, you have to check in an hour before your time.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure.
But that's the part that I'm confused about. Check into what? Discord?
You go into smash.gg, I think, and then you click the check-in button.
Oh.
So don't forget
I'll
that.
do both. Make sure you're in Discord. Make sure you're there.
Yeah, just
Then
make
once
sure
on
you're ready.
5, I'll play some matches. I'll probably just look through all Squiggly's colors, decide what I'm gonna wear,
All right.
and then once it's 6, I'm stance canceling. I'm command grabbing. I'm crying or I'm laughing, but I'm playing Skullgirls, Randall.
Okay. All right. That's it. So there's no plan. The plan is for you guys to get as far as fucking possible. If not, we can watch Suicide Squad the next weekend. I'm not in a rush to go watch it.
So realistically,
here we go. Realistic. I just answered his question. He's gonna ask me to me again.
No. We're gonna go with what Brian said. 10 minutes after Saturday.
I don't know if that's worth it, because that's at 6 p.m. So to me to go pick up Brian at 6 o'clock to come bring him back for a couple hours, and then like he leaves the next day, right? Instead of having a full Saturday like he normally does, right? This man's perplexed right now with that.
I'm just trying to figure out how come why don't he just play here then?
Because Anthony has hentai to download.
Yeah, like what?
I mean, don't you have better internet than he does?
I think no. He also upgraded, so I don't know. He might have the same amount of upload speed.
No, you probably have better internet than me, but mine only shits up once a day.
It hasn't shot itself for. I mean, right now it's having issues, but we'll see what happens this weekend.
If you hear me laughing from your place, just know that I was gonna win a match and my internet cut out.
Jeez. I wonder what they do in a situation like that, man.
They go, "Who the hell is that laughing?"
Yeah, and then he loses. Like you gotta. I mean, Evo has to keep going. Like like you probably lose a match. Evo has to keep going. They're not gonna just wait for you to sort it out. They're gonna wait for you to call Comcast or Spectrum and figure it out. They're just gonna keep it moving. Oh, he's not ready, or he can't play. Next, this guy gets a free pass, and that's it. And there's your Evo career.
They said in the rules that I think it was in the rules, or it might have been in the Discord. One of the moderators said that you can't play wireless, at least for Tekken. It has to be wired.
Good.
I guess that makes sense. It's to minimize latency or dropouts, because Wi-Fi is and I think forever will be just not dependable. Not as dependable as hardwired. All right. So good luck to the both of you. We'll be back next week to see what happened to you guys.
I was in Evo for 10 minutes.
I jabbed him. He didn't perfect me the first game. The second,
I got one hit off. You get no perfects.
It was no perfect. No one perfects me. I don't care where we're at.
Me, but that first one, I jabbed his ass.
Yeah.
You jabbed his ass?
Yeah.
Okay. This week on the channel, we have basically the remaining Torchlight playthrough for me and Brian, and we're. The remaining videos of Torchlight 3 going up this week, and then we're pretty much done with it because I think we ran credits. So, I mean, there's an end game, but we're not doing that.
The game ended when I uninstalled.
Yeah. And then that's done and with. Done and with. It's done and wide. Yeah, done and... Yeah, this is done and with. There's the episode title. And that's about it. This week, streaming, I don't know what the hell I'm streaming this week to be. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So...
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm streaming. Backlog. Watch Dogs. Thank you. Watch Dogs Legion will probably be continuing. Wednesday is... We'll figure it out. I don't know if it's going to be Apex or Red Dead. And then Thursday... It's an NDA, so I don't know if I'll stream it on Thursday and I'll just play it offline Friday or something, but maybe the game that we can't talk about because we're in an NDA. And if not, something with, maybe more Overcooked. I don't know what Jan wants to play. But we'll figure it out. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not streaming because these boys need bandwidth, so.
What do you mean, these boys?
Because I don't know what the hell the plan is, so I know he needs bandwidth. So.
But then 20 minutes later, we're good.
Be all good. You can use the internet as much as you like.
Yeah. You guys are fucking down on yourself. Like you're putting it out there. Like you're manifesting that you guys losing.
Well, so this is the thing, Anthony. I don't care if I lose. I went to Evo for Skullgirls.
Okay.
I win off of registration alone.
Okay. So accomplishments for the year, Evo 2021.
Signed up.
You got top 8? No, I registered.
I'm just picturing Brian like if it was a physical registration, gets registered, and the dude next to him registered says, "Good luck, man." He's like, "I already won."
He's not kind of cocky. He's like, "No, I just registered.
Yeah,
That's all I needed. I'm a winner today."
Look, I signed up for Skullgirls Are Evil.
Hey, like,
Stay winning.
Yeah. All right, that's that. Until next week, we'll talk about the outcome of Evo and how hype. I'm sure they're gonna have some announcements as well. So, whatever they announce for the fighting games there. And that'll be that, boys. Thank you guys for watching. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about, real quick. Nothing.
I'm pregnant and it's mine.
Congratulations. And that's it. Best of luck to both of you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.